Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. So good to share energy with you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Rise and shine. Good morning, sunshines. How are you guys doing today? How is life? So good sharing energy with you. Thank you for inviting me in. For those of you that are new here, I'm a professional intuitive empath, and we're going to jump right into it. Do you know that everything's always working out in your favor? That's the happy message that the angels want me to share with you today. Everything's always working out in your favor. Things that were meant for iniquity, things that were meant to be weapons formed against you, things that other people plotted and they just were so sure it was just going to come off without a hitch. It reminds me of one of my favorite complicated songs about sticky situations, and it's literally called Sticky. I've done other videos about it, but the perspective is changing because there's a part in the song where our favorite Canadian rapper is saying, essentially, you plotted on me or you set a trap for me. How did you think that that was going to work out for you? And the angel said, teach from that perspective to the collective that people set traps for you. How did they think that was going to work out for them? It doesn't mean that you can't be outwitted, outsmarted. My best advice to you is do not get cocky. Irony coming from a Leo, right? but don't. When it comes to the art of war, unless you really are paying attention, and even when you are, you can still be bested. But what you have on your side, collective, empath, earth angel, light worker, volunteer to be here on this earth school, is you have a spirit team, you have your own intuition, you have your ancestors, you have this pantheon of cosmic and spiritual energy that is available to you. And so tap into that. And then make sure that your mantras are as such. It's so easy to slip back into our negative thinking, guys. You are constantly rewiring your brain. Be so careful with what you feed it. My angels have been so on me about that lately. There's been a big spiritual hygiene cleanup on all 10 for me. And I know you're like, well, why not? You're here teaching, and what do you mean? And yes, if your therapists, if your teachers, if your practitioners are not working on themselves, then run. Okay, they need to be doing their own stuff, their own self-inventory, seeing where their own lines of bullshit are. And I certainly have had to excavate a few of my own and see some things about me, and also acknowledge the way that I've grown. And I want to pass that on to you because you guys have grown too. We are here sharing this experience together. Tribally, it's fantastic. But yeah, this is you. You have grown too. You have been honest about yourself. The goods, the bads, the uglies. You've looked yourself in the mirror. And everything because of that is working always in your favor. It's so amazing how God can turn something in the midst of it being horrific into something magnificent, splendid, beautiful. It's so amazing the way that you are honored, collective, for being gifted, for doing the hard work, for taking the narrow path so often. And, excuse me, guys. And it is so amazing that even people that plan and plot for you to not feel well, do well, people that don't really like you, people that are fake, all of that are still sent on your way to help you ascend and to sharpen your tools so that you're better and smarter and faster. You've integrated so much and transmuted so much toxicity that was thrown at you. And when I say integrated toxicity, that sounds peculiar, right? But everything's always working out in your favor. So hear me on this. Whatever toxic traits you had to battle to learn, every time you go up against a new opponent, a new villain, a new narc, can we just call it what it is? A new demon. Every time you're up against a new entity, they have a skill set that you don't, empath. even that is working out in your favor. So if you're willing to do the battle, think of it like a video game. I've been channeling this for the last 24 hours. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead and broke, man, I couldn't picture this. There's this up level in your life that I'm feeling so exuberantly happy about for you. I feel bouncing joy. I'm channeling Tigger, and the bouncing Tigger energy, like the tail of Tigger in yeah, yeah. There's this amazing, and there's something about those colors too. So someone needs some obsidian for the black, and then orange calcite or something of that nature. I just found this really beautiful shimmering orange fizzy stuff to add to your bath, because I've been really ramping up that. And I'm going to include the link below. It's not an affiliate code or anything. It's just something that I think will add some magic and whimsy. Anyway, that orange is for the sacral chakra. So Tigger's colors are coming to mind for some protection and some enhancement. So a piece of obsidian, shop it your way. And then I will definitely put the link below for the orange fizzy stuff. But in any case, guys, there is so much good coming to you, and even the things that were meant for negative have worked out for you, always work out for you, and go on your behalf. Some of you guys have been in situations. I'm thinking of a client that I work with who had just the most peculiar divorce I've ever seen. And because of the extreme weird nature of it, she will be blessed in ways that she couldn't even fathom. And it's already started to begin. Because even the lawyers handling it were like, we're all at a loss for words. I counsel people. I work with love relationships, and, I've counseled people through divorces and into marriages, depending on which end of the spectrum they were on. I've never seen anything like it. And the reason I'm passing this along to you guys is because you have to realize how strong you are, and that you guys sign up for the hardest challenges. You sign up for the most complicated situations. You sign up to be blindfolded and sent into the viper's nest, and you always come out. And it's because you acquire some of their skill sets. Anytime you beat a level, you then get the things, right? Like a video game, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I keep messing up that word. It's so interesting. Genesis. Phil Collins. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. That's the theme song. But it's positive now, guys. That song is played sometimes in minor keys. There's this heavy foreboding. You feel it. It feels like a fog rolling across a bay. It's 4 a.m. It's San Francisco. It's this looming energy. But for you, even that foreboding, the foreboding made, I think, some of your enemies comfortable, because they could feel it too. And they thought that the foreboding meant that the darkness was coming for you. It was running away from you. You are moving into a season of gratitude and of love and of self-care. You're moving into a season of small slivers of peace that pop in here and there throughout your day, and happiness, real true gratitude, because you know what you were just brought through, and you did it pretty much just you. Your spiritual pantheon, we will always have our hats, but you had no humans that had your back. That part, you had to walk through that by yourself. You had to discern things. And where you thought there was a safety net, you would find out it was rotted and eroded, and it would break through. I'm channeling Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade for you here. There are all these booby traps and, trees to swing from tree branch to tree branch. But is this one rotted or not? Things that were once dependable, disintegrated before your eyes. A mirage. things that seemed like they were surefire became empty. And you had to figure out how to see when everyone around you was lying to you happily. Everything always works out in your favor. You've taken a lot of their favor, not just a lot, all of it. That's how it works. When you go into battle with anybody's karmic, or if they're a karmic person to you, or if it's an entity that's gone rogue, whatever. If it's a relationship, if it's a coworker, if it's an employer, employee. When you go into battle with somebody, the way that they are trying to hunt you will be the gift you acquire. Everything's always working out in your favor. So they come in with a certain set of skills, just like you do. Whatever way that they try to hunt, get, lie, manipulate, betray, confuse you will be something that you learn about too. The beautiful thing about it is those kind of skill sets in our hands are used differently to empower the collective, to teach someone else how to get free. I'm channeling Harriet Tubman right now. You will be teaching other people how to move differently, how to get out of their own slaveries and entrapments and ensnarements. You will teach people how to do that because you've picked up whatever person, whatever energy, whatever family, whatever job, company that you had to battle, whatever spouse that you had to battle to get out, you picked up their skill sets, and you will master them and transmute them, and you will use them for good. You know, everything's always working out in your favor because at its core, you are really a good human. And what I mean by that so specifically is that whatever position people that were not working with you wanted to be in that you were in, they may be jealous of that position. It's been gifted to you and given to you specifically because you know how to handle it. Because even upon acquiring their toxic battle, giftings and acumen, you would never treat anybody else like they treated you, ever. You would never do the things that they did. That's why you get to have their gift, because you can be trusted with it. It's also why you get the abundance. That's why you get the real love, the real connections. That's why you get the real opportunities. That's why you get whatever it is that you dream and manifest for yourself. My dreams are not your dreams, and your dreams are not my dreams, nor should they be. But you should have your own dreams written down for you to see. Message. That's the teacher in me. Write it down and start looking at that. Because everything works out in your favor and your angels have your back. And they said, for making it through another attack, we owe you more than just a snack. So start writing down your order, okay? They'd like to fulfill that for you because everything's working out in your favor. Because when push comes to shove, you know the right spiritual thing to do. And they love that for you. You are loved. So no matter what happened, I want us to flip it into sunshine this morning and turn it into real love. Everything's always working out in your favor, guys. Even when those demons take off the gloves, everything's always working in your favor. You have the most ideal outcomes, especially considering some of you are going through some of the most extenuating circumstances. And most of the time, you are an army of one. I'm so bloody proud of you for the way you get shit done. Even when it's you hurting, even when it's no fun, even when you have melancholic loneliness and you think, will it always just be a party of one? I hear you guys. I read your letters. We chat in our sessions. I love you. No, it will not always be just a party of one. And no, it will not always be people that just want to have fun. And no, it will not always be narcissists. And no, it will not always be liars and manipulators and gaslighters. No. If you exist in the world, surely there are others like you. And you know that to be true because we're here chatting today. You are amongst tribe members and other people that are like-minded, that understand whatever you're trying to say, convey, feel, or think, there are people here that share that with you. So wouldn't it stand to reason that somewhere in the world, if everything's always working out in your favor, that there's someone else who will be in alignment with you? That's why you had all that spiritual work to do, so that you could be whole in yourself and know who you are before it's a party of two. Message. Everything's always working out for you. So good sharing energy with you guys. Come back and join me next time and we'll continue to evolve together.